Welcome to another video on what to do with these leftovers. This is a leftover birthday cake that I'm turning into truffles. I've been doing leftovers for dinner, turning them into new meals. Well, this time I'm turning this cake into, well, leftover cake. Looks like it didn't get eaten much because we had a million other desserts at the same time. Well, I'm gonna be turning it into truffles. Yes, I have a very deep voice today because I got a little bit of a chest thing going on. So it's super easy. So it's 1 block of cream cheese to 2 cups of cake. So it's simple. You mix the two, freeze them, and then dip them in chocolate. Somebody's alarm's going off up there. So I wanna get the cake. I'm not gonna use the icing. I'm gonna take all that off. And then the peanuts. My family's just not like into peanuts. So we're gonna scrape all the icing off. Then I'm gonna put the cake into this bowl. You can use a food processor if you want, but I'm just gonna use my hand mixer. Get it in there, mix it all up, roll it into balls, put it on your parchment paper, put it in the freezer for an hour, and then dip them in the chocolate. Drizzle them with another colored chocolate. All right, so I'm just gonna scrape all the icing off of this. I got another pan because I know it's gonna be kind of a mess. So I'm just gonna deconstruct the cake. All right, we're gonna take all this off. I'm gonna take all these peanuts off. I'm gonna have some icing in it just because, you know, it's in the layers, so I will have some icing, but we're gonna take all these peanuts off. There we go. Because my family are not into peanuts. All right. We got this cake. We just had so many desserts that we never ate it. And you know, they're just not as good as homemade. That's why I've been trying to make more homemade cakes. Okay, we're gonna scrape all that off, and then I'm gonna take some of the icing off the top. All right, there we go. What a mess, hey? There we go. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna take off the top layer of the cake and stick it in the bowl. There we go. What a mess. There we go. This was actually Noah's birthday cake. But we had so much, like so many, because it was Father's Day the same day. We had so much that we just couldn't eat it. And I thought, you know what? That's okay. All right, I'll make it into okay, that's done. I'm gonna throw my mess away, and then we're gonna come back and add the cream cheese. Now I'm gonna use my hand mixer to mix it because we want it nice and crumbly. And I'm assuming there's about 2 cups. There might be a little more, but that's okay. You can put it in a food processor if you want, but I really just don't feel like getting my food processor out. So I'm just gonna break it up a little bit. We want it nice and crumbly. You guys can see that. We've just had so many holidays, and after birthday after birthday after birthday, you kind of get sick of cake. And I made 2 holy cow, I don't know what holy cow means. I made 2 holy cow cakes the same time that I got this birthday cake for Noah. Okay. And I thought, that's perfect. What can I do with it? And my mother-in-law makes the best truffles. And I thought, I wonder if you can do that with leftover cake. Yes, you can. All right, we're gonna make it nice and crumbly, then we're gonna add the cream cheese to it. So you want the cake to be nice and crumbly, almost like you're making a crust, and that looks really good. I do have a couple peanuts in there, but for the most part, I got most of them out. So now we're gonna add the cream cheese to it. All right, I got 1 done, but I think I'm gonna make them a little smaller. So you're just gonna roll them out, and then we're gonna stick them on the pan. I am so sorry that I can't talk today. I actually feel better than I sound. I've been struggling for a couple days, and I think it's because we had super hot weather, and then we got super cold weather, and so that's what I think it is. And my kids keep bugging me to go grocery shopping. I've literally not done a regular grocery haul in probably a couple months, just because we had Izzy's graduation. We had Father's Day, birthday, traveling. It just has been very, very hectic. And so my kids are like, please. And it's usually Gideon. Gideon's usually the one that's like, please, Mom, please. So I thought, you know what? I'll go tonight when it's kind of slow. It is officially tourist season. And so we are getting lots of tourists. And it's super busy up here. And I don't like the busy. And usually people kind of settle down at night, do bonfires, things like that. So I'm like, okay, we'll just, we'll go in town later. So yeah, it's been quite the summer for sure. Okay, we're gonna keep doing this. And we'll just chat a little bit. My mother-in-law, hands down, makes the best truffles ever. She makes the best cookies and cream ones. Oh, so nice. And it's okay if you can still see some of the cream cheese. You just want to make sure that it will stay together, and this is just perfect. So it was 2 layers of the cake with 1 block of cream cheese. So I'm going to say there might have been 4 cups of cake. Just kind of feel it out. If you feel like you have to add more cream cheese, you can. But I think 1 to 2 is probably going to be the best. And they don't seem like they're too soft. It's almost perfect. So yeah. And we have wedding coming up real soon. And super excited about that. We had our wedding shower. It was so beautiful. And our family just left, and then me and Haley wake up sick the next day. So I hope that my family is healthy. But today's a beautiful day. We are expecting like 3 inches of rain. My kids have been working so hard on the farm, getting all the hay in. They actually work, so we have a masonry company, and Noah, Gideon, David, Robert, they all work for the masonry company. And then Joshy, he does farm, he works at the grocery store, but then he also works for the masonry if they need him. Well, we knew we had lots of rain coming, and so my husband's like, okay guys, I need your help. So after they did masonry all day, which is hard, right? It's hard doing masonry, especially in the heat. We knew rain was coming, and so they took off of work, and then, or they got home from work, like I fed them really fast. I think it was like 4 or 5 o'clock. Then they went out to the fields with Dad, and they didn't get in till 1:10, 1:15. My husband, I'm gonna say 1:30 because my husband, Noah and Derek, his buddy, came back, and then Gideon walked in about 1:30 because my husband and him had to get the hay out of the rain, so they had to stack it. And so they got home at 1:30. Then they had to get up the next morning for work at 6:30. Well, they got home at 1:30. That doesn't mean they went to bed. So Gideon literally got about 4 hours of sleep. And masonry is quite the job. I mean, it really is hard to do masonry. And I was just that was so sweet of them to do that. And so we bought them pizza, our favorite pizza, that place we like to go to, because we're all just like cashed. I wasn't feeling good. My husband was tired, and it was raining. And so I love it when it rains, because then my husband can take a little break. But because I wasn't feeling good, they let me watch my first Christmas show. And yes, I love Christmas so much. And I watched my first Christmas show, which is Daddy's Home 2. That's like my all-time favorite. And then I love Mistletoes. Mistletoes is my other favorite. And I got a blanket, nice blanket, some hot tea. And I just kind of vegged. And then my husband came in and he took a little nap. And I love it when he does that, because he works so hard, like so hard. And he needs to take a break. And so he came in and got some coffee and took a little siesta. And then once the sun came out, he was like out the door. He's like, I gotta do something. I'm like, honey, it's okay. And so that night we watched Guardians of the Galaxy, which I love that show so much. And I ordered wings from this place that we love so much. And so I ordered wings and mozzarella sticks. And so I haven't been feeling good. And so when Mom's not feeling good, she doesn't cook much. And so I'm like, okay, so we've literally had pizza 2 nights ago. And then we had wings last night with my favorite mozzarella. I love mozzarella sticks so much. Okay, it looks like I have just a tiny bit more. So I'm going to create a third one, a new one here. I was gonna add it to one, but okay, so it doesn't make much. I mean, it's not for my family anyway. I'm gonna take a little bit out. Some of these look a little big. So I'm gonna take a little bit out of one. This one, my first one, was kind of big too. This is gonna be a first come, first serve, I think. I might have to go buy another cake, just a plain old cake at the store, and make some more because, okay. So it looks like that cake made 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 37 of them. So I got about, let's see, 12 times 3 is 36. So I got about 3 dozen truffles with 1 cake minus a slice. So I'm gonna say probably 4 cups of cake, but if you press it down, I'm gonna say 2 with 1 cream cheese. I mean, and if you can do any kind, if you wanna do vanilla, you can do vanilla. I mean, you can do any cake. You can make a cake mix. Just make a cake. If you wanna make truffles, make a cake. Turn it into a truffle. Make a lemon, from scratch lemon cake. Go back to my video where I think it was live, where I made the holy cow cake. I have a wonderful from scratch chocolate cake recipe. Amazing. Make that cake and then turn it into truffles. Make 2. Make a double batch. And you can make 1 cake, the holy cake, and 1 cake just for the truffles. Okay, so now they're gonna go in the freezer for about an hour. You want them hard, so when you dip them in the chocolate that you melt, it doesn't like melt the truffles. So we're gonna put them in the freezer for an hour. Then we're gonna go pull them out, melt the chocolate, dip them in, and then you're gonna wanna refrigerate them again. And with it being hot, I would say keep them in the fridge and just have your family come and take a little bit of time. Maybe put them in a Tupperware. Okay, freezer time, and then we're gonna get the chocolate going and then get these truffles done. This was so easy. Holy cow. I can make these all day long. You know, I didn't used to make a lot of from scratch desserts and stuff until probably, I mean, like when my kids were little, I did box mac and cheese. I did all that because I was tired. And as my kids got older, I had more time to make from scratch mac and cheese. And I started to explore more as a cook. And just recently I've been making the homemade Cheez-Its, the homemade Ritz cracker, peanut butter crackers, the from scratch truffles, making my own cakes from scratch. I used to make cupcakes when I did the farmer's market. But now I'm starting to do that and I'm realizing it's really not hard. Like it doesn't take much work to do from scratch breads and stuff. Amazing, amazing. Okay, freezer, dip in chocolate, try one. Well, it's supposed to rain. So as those were in the freezer, I mowed my lawn, weeded my garden, and put a little laundry in. So I'm gonna be using these truffle filled, so they're little, I'll show you guys. These were the special ones that Toll House has. I think it's usually during the fall. And so they're little truffles, but they're filled with fudge. So I'm actually gonna use 2 bags of these, and this is where I'm gonna dip my, my cookies in. So I'm gonna do 2 bags of these, melt them in the microwave, and then I'm gonna grab the truffles out of the freezer, dip them in there, drizzle them with, make them look super cool. I got my white chocolate right here, it's peppermint. I thought that'd kind of be good, chocolate and peppermint. So 2 bags of these on the microwave. So what you wanna do when you go put them in the microwave is you want to like put the microwave on like 45 seconds, stir, 45 seconds, stir, because if you do too long, it'll burn the chocolate. So for 30 to 45 seconds, stir, 30, 40, so keep doing that because they might look like they're not melted, but when you stir them, they are. So 2 bags of these, and then I'm gonna melt some of this. I'm actually gonna get the bowl out too. Well, that's gonna be a drizzle. So it's okay if we melt them in here because that's gonna be a drizzle. Open these up too here. All right. Wow. That didn't work out very good, did it? Okay, so it smells good. Pepperminty. That was kind of crazy, hey? These are things you don't see, right? You don't see on normal TikToks, and they don't show you the mess. They just show you the perfect stuff. Well, you guys got to see it firsthand. Okay. Okay, 1. Oh, I missed 1. 2. Okay, so now it's time to microwave it. And then I'm gonna wait to microwave these because I wanna dip these first. So we're gonna microwave these, and then I'll go get our truffles, and the truffles look great. And I touched them, and they are very hard. They're really hard. And so then I melted this. It actually took me about 1.5 minutes to melt this. I didn't wait till they were melted. You can still see some little chunks in there. So I started to stir it, and I'm like, okay, these are melted. So we're just gonna get these. These smell really good, holy cow. All right, we're just gonna get this chocolate all melted. It should be enough, 2 whole bags. So if you don't have the specialty ones, then I would say probably 1 bag of just regular, maybe 1.5 just regular, depending. Oops. There we go. And if you have to put a little bit of chocolate on top of them, that'd be fine. Okay. So we're just going to coat every one of these. I'm going to drizzle them too, so it's okay if they don't look beautiful on top. Okay. I'm definitely not a professional, so. Ooh, and they're drying right away. I keep looking for my kids because my kids are all gone. I would say maybe a little smaller. I think maybe I made them too big. Look how fast they're drying. That's amazing. I might have to get more chocolate out. We'll see. Sweet. This is fun. I love this. So fun. See, normally I'm in a hurry and I don't like wait for things to freeze and stuff. I'm like the type of person that just wants to get it done. But now I'm understanding why it's important to follow directions. Yeah, I might need more chocolate. We'll see how far I get here. You can also use a spoon if you want. I just figured a spoon would kind of take some of the chocolate off. I also have like a cinnamon cinnamon roll chocolate chips. That might be good too. Like you could do this. You can make like a pumpkin roll. That's actually a good idea. Make a pumpkin roll. So easy to make pumpkin rolls. And then use pumpkin because in the fall, Nestle has their pumpkin chips. You can make pumpkin truffles. That'd be so good. Okay, I'm gonna get a little spoon. Because some of these don't have the chocolate on the top. So I'm gonna put a little bit on here. Just to cut, they froze right away. That's amazing. I'm amazed. I don't normally make these. This is my mother-in-law's forte. Sweet. And they're hard. They're already hard. That's awesome. All right. Maybe I'll put a couple in here, swish them around. All right. All right. So maybe you could do that. Put them in this, so that's what you can do. Put them in, swish them around with a spoon. Make sure they're covered in chocolate. There you go. And then just pull them out. It's a great idea. There we go. So that's another idea. Just throw them in, swish them around with a spoon, and then, whoa. I did get extra dowel rods just in case. This one kind of. I wonder if you could do that, if you could just put them on the tray and put chocolate over them. I don't know. All right. I don't know, I might be close. I might be close. We'll see what I get. Yeah, it's supposed to rain, so my husband is trying to fix things, get into the field. I mean, we've gotten so much rain. We thought it was going to be like a super hot summer, and we got a couple hot days, but for the most part, not really. So you know what? I don't know. Maybe ditch the jowl rod. Maybe stick with the whole spoon. So I'm thinking kind of the spoon might be the way to go. All right. Let's ditch the dowel rods. Okay. I thought, man, that'd be a good idea, but maybe it's not. Okay. So you can see I'm getting a little low on chocolate here. So I might have to melt. Yeah. Okay. Spoon works best. So nix the whole dowel rod. It was a good idea though. All right, just get a little bit of chocolate on these here. It's hard when you have glasses because you can't see everything very well. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna have to melt some chocolate. I'm gonna go run down and grab some more chocolate because looks like that's my last one I'm gonna get. Well, let me try one more. Yeah, okay, so that would be 3 bags. So you're gonna wanna pile it up. Okay, I'm gonna grab some more chocolate, finish these, and then we are going to drizzle them with the peppermint. I heated up my white chocolate, except you gotta be careful with white chocolate because it overheats fast. You can go from smooth to done. So I did add some cream because you really want it to be drippy. All right, let's get these all over. I'm not a perfect chef. I gotta work on my baking and fancy because I'm not fancy. I can make a terracotta casserole all day long, but when it comes to this cute little cutesy stuff, nah. As Cy Doctor would say in Duck Dynasty, no. We watch that every night because Josh loves it so much. He laughs so hard. You know how hard it is to find shows that your whole family can watch that are nice? Everything's TV mature. Everything. There's not family-friendly shows. It's crazy. Oh. Okay, let's get this on. Let me get this stirred up and we'll get this on. Here we go. That's kind of cute, hey? I'm gonna have a little bit of chocolate left. It was kind of raining on me when I was mowing the lawn. I haven't been outside much because I haven't felt good. I'm like, I gotta get outside. I think I'm a little too, there we go. I'm a little too low with it. Oh my goodness, I keep hitting the side. I'm so sorry. All right, now I figured it out. Oop, I'm chunking on the... You kind of want wispy ones too, right? You don't want them to all be thick. It's dripping, whatever. Sweet. Can't wait to try one. All right, there we go. Super simple. Let's do a couple wispies here. Do a couple of wispies. Oh, somebody's here to see me. My guard dogs. I got kids kayaking, kids working. But you know what though? Sometimes they will bark at me. It's amazing. Okay, there we go. Cute. And they're hardened fast. Amazing. So you're gonna wanna put them back in the freezer to let the chocolate on the top melt, but I wanna try one with you guys. So let me find a small one. Sorry about my dogs in the background, they're crazy. Okay, let's try this one. Okay. Wow. I'm so sorry about the dogs. This is really good. The chocolate stuck to the parchment. So maybe, I don't know how it's gonna be, but maybe spray them. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me. I'm turning cake into truffles. Make sure you subscribe and like to our family page. Enjoy.